Hello, friends, brothers, and sisters. My name is Kirby Liaban, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel is from John chapter 6, verse 60 to 69, which talks about Jesus preaching to his disciples about eating of his flesh and blood. And a lot of the disciples who listened to Jesus said that teaching is so hard. It's like they couldn't accept it. Perhaps it's part of their tradition, and they wouldn't be able to understand why Jesus would teach that, right? But it was already a foreshadowing of the Eucharist that we would be eating Christ's flesh and blood so that we can gain eternal life. But at that time, a lot of people found it unacceptable. So what happened was, they left the company of Jesus and went back to their old lives. This reminds me of life in community. How long have you been serving in your community? Or how long have you been serving in your church? And maybe you can recall the times when you really wanted to leave community. You wanted to quit for many reasons. And of course, we know a lot of people who have left already. And I can think of a couple of reasons why we would be tempted to leave. One, perhaps there was a conflict of relationship, or maybe you don't like your leader, you don't agree with your leader, or perhaps you have become so busy with your career and you just don't have time to serve anymore. Or maybe you just feel demotivated. You just feel like being part of a community is not one of your priorities. There can be a litany of reasons that we would be leaving community, or to just say, I quit. There would be hundreds of reasons for that. But I tell you, there should only be one reason to stay. And that reason would be to believe in the power of Jesus in our lives. To believe in Jesus. And that's what happened. Many of the disciples did not believe in what Jesus was saying. But the apostles said, "Where are we to go, Lord? You have the words of eternal life." And I believe, brothers and sisters, if you feel spiritually dry, if you feel down right now, and maybe the pandemic is affecting you, maybe you're desperate to look for income, there are many reasons why we would be inactive, or maybe just lay low. But you know what? Hang in there. Kapit ka lang. Hang in there. Hang on to Jesus, because He has the words of eternal life. He will revive you. He will revitalize you. And He will give you the motivation that you need to get fired up for life. Hey, God bless you always. Keep watching Pathways of Hope.